Welcome back everyone. Today we are going to take a look at how we can use Puddle pack inside of Blender and Eevee Renderer. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to get rid of this cube and let's take a plane. Now hit Shift A and let's select a plane. Now hit S to scale this up right about there. So we have a simple plane. Now let's go to the material section and take a new material. I'm going to call this material Puddles. And from here what we are going to do is jump into the shading tab, right? So here we can see everything a little better. Now I'm going to switch my render view to hit Z and simply go to the renderer. And I'm going to change this light intensity to somewhere like maybe like 500. Okay, just for now. Now if we select this, we have a normal principal BSDF material, right? So the first thing we are going to do is load in all the images from our browser, or you can say from our files. So either you can also hit search and you can add in an image texture, or you can also simply take an image texture and you can browse your images, or you can simply hit drag and drop. So I'm just going to drag and drop my images onto the network shader. Okay, so I've loaded in all my images. Now let's connect them. So I have this diffuse. Let's connect this to the base color. And as you can see right now we have base color going on. Let's go back to the shading and we have roughness. Now before connecting the roughness, I'm going to hit Shift A and search for color ramp. Now this will just help us to control the overall roughness. Let's connect this to the roughness. Now the next thing I'm going to do is hit Shift A and search for normal and select the normal map. And now attach the color to the color and the normal to the normal. Now at the end we are going to connect the displacement to the displacement color, and that's it. Now the first thing we have to do is let's move this a little bit upwards. The first thing we have to do is we have to subdivide this plane. As you can see we have a single segment right now, so hit tab and right click on this and hit subdivide. And from in the subdivide menu, simply change the value to somewhere like 100, and that's it. So the next thing we are going to do is go to the modifier menu and take a displacer, and it should be right about here. Yeah, so click on the new and click on this icon and let's select our image texture, which is displacement. Instantly, as you can see, we have displacement going on. So let's go back to the modifier menu and simply change the strength to somewhere like 0.2 or maybe like 0.1. Okay, so we have subtle amount of displacement going on. Now I'm going to change, you can also change the mid level, totally depends on you. I'm going to keep it to 0.5. And the next thing I'm going to do is we need more subdivisions for the displacement to work properly. So what we are going to do is take a subdivision surface, and in the viewport I'm going to keep it to 1, but in the render engine we are going to keep it to 3. So we have a nice displacement going on. Now I'm going to delete this, or you can change it to sun, and the intensity is too hard right now. And as you can see now we have pretty interesting result going on. I think I'm going to change the strength to somewhere like 200, something like this, and let's jump in the camera and I'm going to hit N and let's go to the view and let's lock in the view. So I think this is looking good, and I'm just going to make it somewhere like this. Yeah, so now it's perfectly good to go. You can take a UV sphere. I'm just going to bring this up somewhere like this, and let's scale this down. And I'm going to shade this smooth, and as you can see it's pretty bright, so I'm going to add a new material onto this and let's give it let's keep it black color and let's make it metallic. Specular will be 0.1 and the roughness will be 0.3, something like this. And just to make this interesting kind of scene, I'm going to go to the shading and take a noise texture and also take a color ramp and attach the color to the color ramp and the color to the base color. Now if we go into the camera to take a look, we have something like this, and let's change the scale to somewhere like 0.2, and also let's turn on the distortion. Now you don't see much, and the reason is probably because the effect is not strong enough. So change the value of your color ramp to get a decent amount of value. So as you can see, now you see something, right? So I'm going to change the value to something like this, and now we see something. The scale was too low, so I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to take our emission shader, and I'm going to attach this to the emission color and take a mix shader. Let's take this here and let's attach this here, and let's take this over here. So now in the emission, I'm going to make the strength to somewhere like, let's take 10. Perfect. And I think I'm going to make this somewhere like this, and instead of white color, I'm going to change the color to something like blue. Okay, so now we have something like this. You can add a subdivision surface to make this pretty smooth sphere. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any doubt creating this puddle, let me know, and try creating pretty interesting result, experimenting with different kinds of landscape to see how it goes for you. And this will work good with an HDRI. So as you can see, now we have the roughness and the puddle areas looking really good. I can render this image, and as you can see, we have pretty interesting results. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are, as I said, if you have any doubts, let me know, and have a good day.